Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you 5 exercises for finger independence. They start more easy and then they get harder as it progresses, and they're all from this one book here, The School of Advanced Piano Playing by Joseffy. If you guys don't know, I basically probably owe 80% of my technique to this book. I started this at an early age, and even if you are older or more experienced, you can still always pick up some good exercises from this book. They really get quite difficult even for pro pianists. So yeah, this is an excellent book, and I'm going to show you finger independence exercises from this book today. Basically, what is finger independence and why is it important? Well, it's that you can address each finger individually and still have enough power with each finger. Obviously, when we play the piano, we want to involve many different things, not just the finger, but the finger is also quite important that it has enough power and strength to support. So basically, when we try to use the arm and everything else, the shoulder, the body, and we still don't have enough power, sometimes it can be due to the fingers lacking the individual strength. This is especially true for beginners who cannot play technical passages sometimes because the fingers don't have the individual strength. So you will now see the exercise on your screen. You can follow along with me or just hear out my explanation here. I'm going to start with the first one, and I'm always going to show you the right hand. Obviously the exercise is parallel with both hands, so you just do both hands, but I will just show you the right hand now. So we start with the first exercise here, and how it works is that we have notes that are held down and notes that are going to change. As you can see here, the 1 and 2 are doing the main work here, and the 3, 4, 5 are staying down, and that will practice and train the first and second finger here and bring the independence in these fingers with these being held down. And this is again the separation between the two is what we want independence. To feel the independence, it is more advisable to pick a slow tempo and really actively use every finger and feel the feedback of each finger going one after another is really where the independence comes from. Now, if we continue with the exercise, later on you can see and so on. So you have the second and third, and then you have 3 and 4. Okay, and then at the end you have 4 and 5. And so on. A word of advice here is that you want to play loud, but you don't want to do anything that hurts your hand. And this is the #1 rule for all of these exercises. If anything feels like it's wrong, or it hurts, or there's a pain, or there's a cramp, or there's tension, just don't do it. You should be playing this at a tempo where you can very comfortably lift and play each finger. Obviously, when it comes to 3 and 4 or 4 and 5, this is going to be more uncomfortable. But there's a difference between practicing the finger independence and just hurting yourself. So you should do everything that feels like it's comfortable but still trains your finger independence. It's a fine line, I agree, it's a bit tricky, but if you feel like pain here or pain anywhere here with the chords here, you should definitely stop. So this is where the pain would come from if you're doing it wrong. If you're doing it if you feel something in the finger, that's good. If you're a beginner, obviously you will struggle to even get a mezzo forte out of it. So adjust your dynamic accordingly. By the way, also on the topic, try to not use any of your arm or underarm, shoulder, elbow, anything like this. You just want to be playing purely from the fingers, like this, yeah? So this is what we want to train. We don't want to train anything here. Obviously we can use it if we were playing this in a real situation, if the piece required us to do this, but right here we want to only practice the fingers. The next exercise here is 4 notes being held down and 1 note going around. Word of advice here: after you play the chord, there's no use of pushing or being tense here, because everything already happened. You know, the piano works like this, we cannot change the sound. So you might as well relax after you've played and focus on the finger doing the exercise. In this case, we go through each finger individually. So we start at the thumb, next is the second, then the third, 4, and 5. And so you can work out each finger individually. Of course, again, left hand is just the same, but I'm just demonstrating the right hand here for this video. Now, from here on now, the exercises get quite a lot more tricky, and you really need to assess your own skill level. And you can try these, but if it doesn't work, don't force it, because these are quite tricky. So the first exercise here is 2, 4, 5 being held down, and 1 and 3 doing a rhythmic pattern here with long notes and short notes. And it's important that the staccato notes are very sharply pronounced, like this. So really this is an exercise combining multiple elements, and it feels already trickier than the ones before. This does alternate, so later on we have 2 and 4. Did a little crescendo there, you can do whatever you want. And it does alternate 3, 5, and then 5, 2, and so on. So this exercise is definitely more advanced, but it's a great exercise. And I would advise that you do the staccato really sharp, and not only staccato like this, but a staccato like this, because it's more active, so you can work out the fingers more actively. The next exercise does combine multiple elements, mainly the independence going between 3 and 4, but also between 1 and 2. And this does, of course, go through different keys. So you can also challenge yourself with some faster tempi here. It feels very much like doing a double note kind of piece or passage, and I think it's a great exercise for that. So this is going to train your 5-4 connection on top, as well as having a bit of more independence here down on 3-2. And also a great exercise. You can do through each keys, etc. The last exercise I'm going to show you here already has double notes. This is how it works. So you can see already we have 2 notes playing at the same time, and this is of course reminiscent of many technical pieces. We have like Feufollet, Schumann Toccata, or some in Stravinsky. You also have this quite often, and of course many other pieces like Chopin Etudes, etc. Anyways, the point is that you're practicing your finger independence and double notes at the same time. Which is of course a great thing to do, and you can do this through many keys. Until of course you arrive at this one. Then basically I think after 100 pages you're gonna arrive at the Feufollet Etude. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and these were very varied in difficulty. Of course, you have some more basic exercises and some more advanced. And yeah, hope you enjoy and see you in the next video.